Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Know Your Dota 2 Item series. In our previous episode, we talked about items from upgraded items, accessories. We covered until power threads, and in this episode, we'll be start talking about base boots, and then move on to Oblivion stuff, and so on. So without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? This article is okay. Facebook is an item purchasable at base shop under accessories. We'll be covering additional information, ability, recommended heroes, gallery, recent changes. First, let's look at this card view. It costs 1500 gold, sell value is 750 gold, active abilities phase. It gives these bonuses, namely plus 4 armor, plus 50 movement speed, plus 18 attack damage, plus 12 attack damage for range, plus 18 for melee. It's not shareable, you cannot disassemble it either, and it does not give you any usage alert. So this is what recipe looks like, and you need boost of speed, chainmail, and blaze of attack. That will equate to base boots. Now let's get into the content section of it. Additional information. Movement speed bonuses for multiple pairs of boots of speed based items do not stack. One with higher value takes priority. Stacks with all other movement speed bonuses. Its phase ability, it's a no target ability, only affects sales. Gives 20% increased movement speed on melee heroes and 10% on ranged heroes. Lets you move 3 units and turn more quickly for 3 seconds. Cast animation is instantaneously. Movement speed bonus melee 20%. Movement speed bonus for range is 10%. Turn rate for melee is 1. Duration is for 3 seconds. Turn rate for 1 second. Cooldown is 8 seconds. It costs 0 mana. Does not interrupt caster's channeling ability. Allows caster to phase through other units, including wards, but not buildings and trees. Checks caster's attack range type, melee or range, periodically, and updates movement speed bonus immediately. For melee heroes, it increases average movement speed by 7.5% and increases caster base turn rate 1 for its duration. Turn rate slowing effects, sticky napalm still affects its own normally. For rangers, it increases average movement speed by 3.75, so for melee you get double movement speed. Buff is immediately removed if item is sold, dropped, or when moved into backpack. Alright. Recommended heroes list. Heroes who rely on quick attacks or on random procs like Regal Stein will hit harder with face bullets. So, Brewmaster, Juggernaut, Monkey King, Phantom Assassin, Sniper, Bloodsucker, and heroes who chase enemies a lot and a great speed boost from faces. Bloodsucker, Life Stealer, Night Stalker, Hawk, Burster. Heroes who have high health roll but have low armor will get considerable increase in effective HP. Alchemist, Tomb, Bristleback, Marseille Slaughter. Slaughter has low armor. Who knew, huh? Alright. So this is what it looks like. Base boots. Voice of Excellence. Recent changes. On 7.33 versions, increased movement speed bonus from 45 to 50. In 7.26V versions, increased blades of attack cost from 430 to 450, and total cost increased from 1480 to 1500, which still stays true. In 7.26A, changed movement speed bonus from 15% to flat 45, which is even increased to 50. In 7.33 version, reduced phase movement speed bonus for melee heroes from 22% to 20%. So this was it about phase boots. Now let's talk about Oblivion stuff. As an item purchasable at base shop under accessories, we'll be covering additional information, recommendations, recent changes. But first, let's look at this card view. It costs 1625 gold. That sell value is 812.5 gold. Bonus plus 10 intelligence, plus 1 mana regeneration, plus 35 XP. It's not shareable. It's not. You cannot disassemble it either. It does not give you any alert. And this is Oblivion stuff recipe, and it requires Bleed's Knuckles, Robe of Magi, and Sage's Mask. And we'll see Oblivion stuff is further used to make these recipes: Witchblade, Mage Slayer, and Orchid Malevolence, and we'll be covering them in our future episodes, of course. Now, let's talk about additional information. Items attributes grants following additional bonuses: 120 mana, 0.5 mana regeneration, and 1% flat base magic resistance, 10 main attack damage to Intel heroes, 7 main attack damage to Universal heroes. Recommended heroes list: heroes who intend to build Echo Sabre as a core or situational item will usually buy Oblivion stuff. So, Pangolia, Sven, Slark, Tiny, Sven as well. Oh, Echo Sabre, right? Recent changes in 7.35D reduced mana regeneration bonus from 1.25 to 1. In 7.35 versions, Oblivion stuff now requires Bleed's Knuckles, 1000 gold to build, instead of Quarterstaff, 875. Total cost increases 1500 to 1625. So as a Quarterstaff, you need Bleed's Knuckles to make Oblivion stuff, which increases cost by 125. Increased bonus attack speed from 10 to 35. No longer grants 15 bonus attack damage. Attack speed from 10 to 35. No longer builds into Echo Sabre, but it is later. Yeah, no longer. Now builds into following items: Orchid Malevolence, Witchblade. No longer into Orchid Malevolence. And again, it brought back inside of 3 versions and all. This was it, fellows. This was about Oblivion stuff. Let's look at Mask of Mantis. It's an item purchasable at base shop and accessories. We'll be covering abilities, recommended counter recent changes. But first, let's look at this card view. It costs 1900 gold. Salvo is 950 gold. Active ability is Berserk. Passive abilities: Lifesteal. Bonus, it gives plus 20 attack damage bonus. It's not shareable. You can disassemble it. It does not give any usage alert. And for this recipe, you would need Morbid Mask along with Broadsword. So, looking into abilities, Berserk. It's a no-target ability, only if itself. Gives 110 attack speed and 30 movement speed, but reduces your armor by 8 and silences you. And lasts for 6 seconds. Interesting. Cast animation is instantaneously, 0 seconds. Cast speed bonus, attack speed bonus, 110. Movement speed bonus is 30. Armor reduction is 8. Duration is 6 seconds. Cooldown is 16 seconds. Mana regeneration, mana cost is 25. Does not interrupt casters' channeling abilities. Okay. Berserk grants its bonus as a buff. Therefore, allies are unable to dispel Fortune's End, the silence. It's a buff, so that's why they cannot dispel the silence. And Lifesteal, its passive ability only of itself, heals attacker for 24% of attack damage dealt. Lifesteal from Crips is reduced to 60%. Hero life 24%, Crip lifesteal 14.4%. Illusions notes lifesteal is not functional despite particles being visible. Okay. Stacks additively with other lifesteal sources. That's nice. Cannot lifesteal off of wards, buildings, and ally units. Should attack against clones, illusions, and group heroes as heroes. Clone heroes. Attack against Roshan as Crips. And recommended heroes list: Faceless Void, Gyrocopter, Juggernaut, Luna, Medusa, Sniper, Sven, Slaughter, Terrorblade, and Ursa. Mask of Madness is most effective DPS, damage per second, and attack speed item in game. Most effective. Costing only 17.27 gold per point of attack speed. Wow. That's interesting telemetry. So this is how it looks like when it's used of Mask of Madness and use of Lifesteal. Okay. And recent changes in 7.35 versions rework recipe and stats. Old Mask of Madness, Morbid Mask, Water Staff cost 775, attack damage bonus was 10, attack speed bonus was 10. And new Mask of Madness, Morbid Mask with a broadsword, total cost is 1900, attack damage bonus is 20. In 7.33c versions, increased lifesteal creep lifesteal from 12% to 40.4%, which remains true in recent versions. In 7.32 version, lifesteal increases hero lifesteal from 20 to 24%, reduced crit lifesteal from 20% to 12%, which is increased to 40.4%. Where hero's lifesteal remains 24%. This was it, fellas. This was about Mask of Madness. Do you think we could go on with... that's quite a lot of red, so I suppose we'll cover this in our next episode, Hand of Midas, along with Boots of Trouble and hopefully Helm of Dominator as well. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in game and out game. Last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.